Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Daily.
Hi, everyone. We are very happy to see you here today.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mike. We're really happy you're here with us today.
Today's topic is simple but very powerful. We're talking about what successful people actually do.
Yeah, because a lot of people think success is something big, something special, something very far away.
Like only rich people or famous people, right?
Exactly. But here's the thing. Success is not only about money.
Yes, success can mean many things. For some people, success is having a good job.
For others, it's having a happy family.
Or learning a new skill, like speaking English.
That's a big one for our listeners.
So today, we want to make it simple. We want to talk about small things, real things that successful people do every day.
Not big secrets, not magic, just simple habits and actions.
And maybe you will see you can do these things too.
Exactly. You don't need to be special, you just need to start.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah, think about this.
What does success mean to you?
Is it money, freedom, confidence, better English?
Take a moment. Think about your answer.
Because if you don't know what success means to you, it's hard to reach it.
That's a very important point. And that brings us to our first idea. Successful people have clear goals.
Very clear, not confusing, not maybe someday.
They know what they want.
For example, they don't say, I want to be better at English.
They say, I want to speak English for 10 minutes every day.
That's clear. That's simple.
And when your goal is clear, your brain understands it.
It becomes easier to take action.
Let me share something small from my life.
Go ahead.
A few months ago, I wanted to read more books.
That sounds like a good goal.
But my first idea was not clear. I just said, I want to read more.
That's very common.
And guess what? I didn't read anything.
Of course, because more is not clear.
Exactly. So I changed my goal.
What did you do?
I said, I will read 5 pages every night before sleep.
That's clear. That's specific.
And suddenly, it became easy. Just 5 pages.
Not 50 pages, not 1 hour, just 5 pages.
And I started doing it every day.
That's how it works.
So if you are learning English, don't say,
I want to improve my English.
Say something like,
I will listen to English for 10 minutes every day.
Or,
I will learn 5 new words every day.
Simple, clear, easy.
Let me share my example too.
Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to get healthier.
That's a good goal.
But again, I said, I want to be fit.
Not clear.
Exactly. So nothing changed.
So what did you do?
I made it simple. I said, I will walk for 20 minutes every morning.
That's very clear.
And I started doing it. Not perfectly, but regularly.
And that's the key.
So remember this. Clear goals help you start.
And when you start, you move forward.
Slowly but surely.
Now let's move to the next idea. Successful people don't do one big thing.
They do small things again and again.
Every day.
This is called a habit.
A habit is something you do regularly, almost automatically.
Like brushing your teeth.
Or checking your phone. Yes, we all do that.
Now imagine if you use habits for good things.
Like learning English every day.
Or reading, or exercising.
Small actions, big results.
Let's make it very simple.
Success is not one big action.
It is many small actions every day.
For example, learning English.
You don't become fluent in one day.
You listen a little today.
You learn a few words tomorrow.
You practice speaking the next day.
Step by step.
Day by day.
And after some time, you see progress.
But many people stop.
Yes, because they think it's too slow.
Or they wait for motivation.
That's a mistake.
Habits are more important than motivation.
Because motivation comes and goes.
But habits stay.
Let's give some simple examples.
Reading 5 pages every day.
Listening to English for 10 minutes.
Speaking 1 sentence in English daily.
Waking up a little earlier.
Practicing even when you feel tired.
Especially when you feel tired.
That's how habits grow.
And here's something important.
You don't need to do a lot.
You just need to be consistent.
Small, but regular.
Let me say it again.
Yes, repeat it.
Small actions every day bring big results.
That's the secret.
Not talent, not luck.
Just daily habits.
So ask yourself,
What small habit can you start today?
just one thing,
Keep it simple.
and do it every day.
Even for 5 minutes.
Because 5 minutes every day is better than 1 hour once a week.
Much better.
This is how successful people grow.
Slowly, but strongly.
Now let's talk about something very important.
Consistency.
This is a big one, maybe the most important,
Yes, because many people start.
but very few people continue.
Exactly. They feel excited in the beginning.
Full of motivation.
They say, I will learn English every day.
I will wake up early.
I will change my life.
But after a few days,
They stop.
because motivation goes away.
And this is normal.
Very normal. Motivation is not stable.
Some days you feel strong.
Some days you feel lazy.
Some days you feel tired.
And that's life.
So successful people don't depend on motivation.
They depend on consistency.
They keep going even when they don't feel like it.
That's the key.
Let's make it very simple.
Yes,
Motivation says, I feel good, so I will do it.
consistency says, I don't feel good, but I will still do it.
Big difference.
Very big difference.
Let's look at a real-life example.
Yes,
Imagine you want to learn English.
on Monday, you feel excited.
You watch videos, you learn words,
On Tuesday, you feel okay.
you do a little practice.
But on Wednesday,
You feel tired.
maybe you had a long day.
Maybe you don't feel like studying.
So what do most people do?
They stop.
They say, I'll do it tomorrow.
And tomorrow becomes next week.
But a consistent person is different.
Even on Wednesday.
They do something small.
Maybe just 5 minutes.
Maybe just one video.
Maybe just 1 sentence.
But they don't stop.
That's the power of consistency.
It's not about doing a lot.
It's about not stopping. Let me repeat that.
Yes, this is important.
It's not about doing a lot.
It's about not stopping.
Even a small step is still a step.
And small steps every day.
Become big results over time.
Another example.
Yes, imagine you want to exercise.
One day you feel very lazy.
You don't want to move.
A consistent person says,
Okay, I will just do 5 minutes.
and usually,
Once you start, you do more.
but even if you only do 5 minutes,
It's still a win.
because you didn't break the habit.
That's very important. So remember this.
Don't wait to feel ready.
Don't wait for perfect motivation,
Just start and stay consistent,
even when it's hard,
especially when it's hard.
because that's where real growth happens.
Now let's talk about something many people are afraid of.
Failure,
Yes, a lot of people don't try.
because they're afraid to fail.
They think failure is bad.
They think failure means I'm not good enough.
But that's not true.
Not at all.
Failure is lessons.
Let's say that again.
Failure is learning.
When you try something new,
You will make mistakes.
that's normal.
That's how you grow.
Think about learning English.
Do you speak perfectly all the time?
Of course not.
You make mistakes.
Everyone does.
But every mistake teaches you something.
You learn what is right.
You improve step by step.
But if you are afraid to make mistakes,
You don't try.
and if you don't try,
You don't improve.
let me share a small story.
Yes, go ahead.
When I started learning a new language,
Were you good at the beginning?
not at all. I was very bad.
That's honest.
I made many mistakes.
Like what?
Sometimes I said the wrong words.
That happens.
Sometimes people didn't understand me.
That can feel uncomfortable.
Yes, I felt embarrassed.
So what did you do?
At first, I wanted to stop.
That's normal.
But then I changed my thinking.
How?
I told myself, mistakes are okay.
That's powerful.
I said, every mistake is a lesson.
And then?
I kept speaking. I kept trying.
Even with mistakes?
Yes, even with mistakes.
And what happened?
Slowly, I improved.
Step by step.
Now I'm much better.
That's a great example.
So if you are learning English,
Don't be afraid of mistakes.
speak even if it's not perfect.
Try, even if you feel unsure.
Fail and learn.
Improve little by little.
Let's keep it very simple.
Yes.
Try,
Fail.
learn, improve.
Repeat.
That's the process.
That's how successful people grow.
They don't stop because of failure.
They grow because of failure.
So ask yourself,
What are you afraid to try?
and what can you learn from it?
Because your mistakes,
Are not your weakness.
they are your teachers.
Now, let's talk about time.
This one is very real.
Yes, because everyone has the same 24 hours.
Not more, not less.
But some people use their time well.
And some people waste it.
That's the difference.
Successful people understand one simple thing.
Time is limited,
You can lose money and get it back.
but you cannot get your time back.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
So they are careful with their time.
Especially with distractions,
Yes, like phones,
social media.
endless scrolling.
1 minute becomes 10 minutes.
10 minutes becomes 1 hour.
And suddenly, your day is gone.
We all do this sometimes,
Yes, this is normal.
but successful people control it.
They don't let it control them.
Let's look at a simple example.
Okay,
Imagine you come home after a long day.
you feel tired.
You sit down and open your phone,
Just for 5 minutes.
but you keep scrolling.
Video after video.
And now 1 hour is gone.
And you did nothing important.
Now imagine a different choice.
You come home, still tired.
But you say, I will study English for 10 minutes first.
Just 10 minutes.
You listen to a short podcast.
Maybe this one.
Then you relax.
That's a better choice.
Small change, big difference.
Let's make it practical.
Yes, simple tips.
Tip 1. Plan your day.
Not everything, just 1 or 2 important things.
For example, I will practice English today.
Tip 2. Start with the important thing.
Don't wait until you are tired.
Do it early if you can.
Tip 3. Limit distractions.
Maybe put your phone away.
Or turn off notifications.
Tip 4. Use small time.
You don't need 1 hour.
Even 10 minutes is enough.
Let me say that again.
Yes, repeat it.
Even 10 minutes is enough.
Because small time every day.
Becomes big progress.
So don't say, I don't have time.
Ask, how am I using my time?
That's the better question.
Successful people don't have more time.
They just use it better. Now, let's talk about people.
This is very important.
The people around you affect you.
More than you think.
Your friends, your family, your environment.
They shape your thoughts,
Your habits.
your energy.
Let's keep it simple.
Positive people help you grow.
Negative people pull you down.
For example,
If your friends say, you can do it,
you feel motivated.
you feel confident.
But if people say,
This is too hard.
you can't do it,
Why are you trying?
then you start to doubt yourself.
Even if you were strong before.
That's the power of environment.
Let's take a simple situation.
Okay,
You want to improve your English.
Good goal.
One friend says, "That's great. Practice with me."
That's a positive person.
Another friend says, "English is useless. Don't waste time."
That's a negative influence.
Who will help you grow?
The first one, of course.
So, successful people choose carefully.
They don't spend too much time with negative energy.
They look for people who support them.
People who learn, grow, and improve.
But here's something important.
Yes,
You don't need many people.
just a few good ones.
Even one good friend is enough.
Someone who encourages you.
Someone who believes in you.
And also,
You can be that person for others.
that's powerful.
Support your friends.
Encourage them.
Speak positively.
Grow together.
Also, your environment is not only people.
That's right.
It can be what you watch,
What you listen to.
what you read.
If you listen to English daily.
That becomes your environment.
If you watch useful content.
You learn without pressure.
So even if people around you are not supportive.
You can still create a positive environment
Through your habits.
through your choices.
Let's keep it simple again.
Yes,
Good people help you grow.
negative people slow you down.
Choose wisely.
And be a positive person too.
Because success is not only about you.
It's also about the people around you.
So ask yourself,
Who are you spending time with?
and how do they affect your life?
That answer is very important.
So we talked about many ideas today.
Yes, simple ideas, but very powerful.
Let's quickly go over them again.
Just to make everything clear,
First, successful people have clear goals.
they know what they want.
Not someday, but something specific.
Like 10 minutes of English every day.
Second, they build daily habits.
Small actions every day.
Not big actions once in a while.
Third, they stay consistent,
Even when they don't feel like it.
especially when they don't feel like it.
Fourth, they learn from failure.
They don't stop when they make mistakes.
They learn and improve.
Fifth, they manage their time well.
They don't waste hours on distractions.
They use even small time wisely.
And sixth,
They surround themselves with good people,
positive people, supportive people.
people who help them grow.
So when you look at all these ideas,
You see something interesting.
success is not one big thing.
It's many small things.
Simple actions repeated every day.
That's what really makes a difference.
And here's the best part.
You can start today.
You don't need money.
You don't need to be perfect.
You don't need to wait.
Just choose one small action.
Maybe listen to English for 10 minutes.
Maybe learn 5 new words.
Maybe speak one sentence in English.
Keep it simple,
And do it every day.
even when it's hard,
Even when you feel tired.
because that's how real progress happens.
Slowly, step by step.
Day by day.
And one day, you will look back and see how far you've come.
Let me ask you one last question.
This is important.
What is one small thing you can start today?
Just one.
Don't think too much,
Choose something simple.
and start.
Right after this podcast.
Not tomorrow,
Not next week.
today.
Because your future.
Starts with what you do today.
And remember,
You don't need to be perfect.
you just need to keep going.
We believe in you,
Yes, we really do.
and we're happy to be part of your journey.
Keep learning, keep practicing, keep growing.
And keep speaking English every day.
All right, that's all for today.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.